G'day guys, welcome to this week's video on Simply Fit. Just before you start, if you're new to the channel, this channel's all about home gym training, equipment reviews, setting up my home gym, nutrition, everything, just advice for how you can train at home, how to get the best body composition you can get. I've got tons of knowledge and ideas that I want to give to everybody that's watching, so it's going to evolve as we go on. But basically, if you like training, if you like gyms, if you like training at home, subscribe to my channel. I'm getting a few more subscribers every week and it's slowly growing. I've got some nice comments, some very good followers, and I want to thank you all for watching and continuing to support the channel and the gym. So this week's video is going to be my review on my Rogue Ohio Deadlift Bar. So I've had this bar for about 8 weeks now. You may have seen my unboxing video. I've used it extensively since then. A lot of my clients have used it, and I think we all know the result of this is going to be that it's an awesome bar. I can't fault it whatsoever. The best thing with this bar is the knurling by far. I've used a lot of different powerlifting bars, a lot of different styles. I've used different brands, Australian Barbell Company being one of our higher end bars in Australia. And honestly, the knurling doesn't compare to this bar. It's such a good knurling. Just every time you touch it, it just feels so good in your hands. So yeah, it's a very aggressive heel style knurling. Just fantastic. I can't, talk more highly of it. It doesn't have a center knurling, so when you're doing deadlifts and stuff, it won't rip your shins up unless you're standing out really wide for sumo deadlifts or whatever. But excellent bar with knurling. Just a bit of the stats on it. This cost me $550 Australian plus $70 shipping, so it's around about $630 ish to get it shipped to my door. It's got a lifetime warranty. All of the Rogue bars are made in Columbus, Ohio, and yeah, the warranty is a big thing. Lifetime. If something goes wrong with it, I'm assuming you send it back and they'll replace it. The bar length is 230 centimeters, so it's about 15 centimeters longer than a standard Olympic bar, and the loadable length on the sleeves here are 40 centimeters. So you've got a fairly long sleeve to load with plates. If you're using calibrated plates, you're not going to fill that sleeve up. So I've got the ATX calibrated plates, which I'll be doing a review in the future, which I bought last week. 25 kilo plate is 22 millimeters. So you can fit 10 each side of this bar, and nobody's lifting that. The diameter of the shaft is 27 millimeters. So that's 1 millimeter thinner than most bars. So most bars you get at gyms are 28 millimeters thick. You've got power bars, which are 28.5 or 29 millimeters, and then you've got a deadlift bar, which is 27. That millimeter thinner is to get your grip around it. The thinner the bar, the better you can grip. So it does make a difference. It doesn't sound like much a millimeter, but yeah, it does make a difference when you're grabbing it. I really like the feeling of this bar in my hands. I do use wrist straps still. Even though it's got the awesome knurling and it's thinner, the straps work even better. The knurling bites into them. You can rip it up tight. You feel really safe. So yeah, I haven't gone over 180 kilos with this bar as yet, because the very first time I tried it, I tweaked my back, and that was no fault of the bar. It was me. I wasn't warming up properly. I didn't do my pre-workout core activation. Again, look down my videos, you'll see a big 3 core activation video, which is fantastic before you do squats, deadlifts and all that stuff. So I just didn't do that. I didn't warm up, and you hurt the back, so that was annoying. I have built up to about 150 kilos now or so for multiple reps, and the bar just feels amazing. My plates, even my X-Speed bumper plates, my standard training bumper plates, are very tight to load on the sleeves, so the sleeves are really, really machined well. They're ribbed, and the outside of the sleeve has got the rounded edges, so that means that when you put a plate on, it's not going to chip the edge of the sleeve away. It's going to help your bar last. Speaking of the finishes of the bar, the shaft is a black zinc. It's got a bit of sparkle in it, so when the sun, you can see there's a bit of sun on it here, a little bit of sparkle through it, which is cool. And the sleeves are bright zinc. It's got brass bushings throughout the sleeves. I haven't even pulled the bar apart to maintain it. I do keep this bar inside. I don't want any weather to get on it, or any of the cold mornings, any of the mist to get on it and wreck it. But it's an awesome bar. Same as a black oxide bar with the black zinc. You can maintain it by just using 3-in-1 oil or similar, and just rubbing it through the bar with a nylon brush, and it will just get in the knurling, get the dead skin out of it, get any chalk if you're using chalk. And I haven't even done that to this bar yet, and it's still looking brand new. So yeah, overall, this bar, I'd give it honestly a 10 out of 10. I can't fault it. The design is awesome. The feel is awesome for it. The quality, you can just feel it's a quality bar when you pick it up. I can't fault it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Don't forget though, when you're using these bars, it says deadlift bar, you can use it for whatever you want. It's 100 mils or about 150 mils, so 15 centimeters longer than a conventional bar. You can bench press with it if you want to. You can do bent over rows, you can do shoulder presses, whatever you want. Just say it says a deadlift bar, don't have to use it just for deadlifts. It still weighs 20 kilograms, same as a normal bar. So I do use this just for deadlifts and for bent over rows, stuff like that, all the back movements. Don't use it for a landmine. Get a cheap bar for that, or look at my video for a homemade bar for a landmine bar, because obviously when you chuck the end of a bar in a landmine, you're putting a lot of pressure through the bar itself. Another quick stat of this bar, it's 190 PSI tensile strength. So that means this bar's got good whip. So the higher the tensile strength, the stiffer the bar. Generally, like a powerlifting bar will be, between 200 and 230 PSI tensile strength. So it's very stiff, fatter and stiff. Whereas this is a little more give to it. It does have a bit of flex in it, which does help you with the lift. When you hear people talking about the whip of the bar, the only benefit to that is the bar will bend more before the ground is broken from the weight. So you're actually lifting from a higher point, which is easier. So the bar is not going to be low to the ground when you're breaking the weight from the ground. It's going to be an inch or so high if you're going heavy enough. As I said, if you're going under 150 kilos, you're not going to notice it. Anything above, you'll notice the whip. And I definitely notice it over that 150. Yeah, so wrap up the video, guys. I love this bar. It's really, really well made. It's really fun to use. I get excited when I grab this knurling each time. You need to feel it to understand what I'm talking about. It is what everyone says. It's awesome. And yeah, go out and get one if you do. If any of you guys have got one at home, can you leave a comment? Tell me what you think of the bar. If you're thinking about getting one, let me know. Message me on the page, or find me on Instagram on simplyfit.golgol, or Facebook, and shoot me a message. But I just want to thank again everybody for watching, subscribing to the video. It's getting momentum and I'm really enjoying doing these videos. So like always, we need to remember, keep flexing.